Hi guys, it's Kat here from spiritual-candy.com and welcome to today's pick a card reading, which is who is your soulmate. So, I've got four groups. I haven't got the numbers on. Let me sort that out. Oh dear, I'm not very organised today, look. I'm going to do it traditionally, which I don't do anymore. There we go. So now you can choose your group. Okay guys, so if you'd like a private reading with me, it's £20, 20 minutes. You get your reading in 24 hours. Please check the description box below, unless you are on anything other than Tarot Time Cat, in which case go to spiritual-candy.com. Okay guys, let's have a look at what's going on for you guys today. It is intuitive, please bear that in mind. Okay, so I've got quite a few cards today. I've got four tarot and an oracle. So let's have a look at who is your soulmate. I've got four of coins, a helpful person, four of coins, seven of swords, three of wands, and the 5 of cups. So this is your soulmate, your current soulmate. For me here, it seems like it's picking them up energetically as we speak, you know, whenever that be. So this is someone. The helpful person is a symbol here. It means that this person is not someone that it feels like a helpful person to you. It's a symbol of someone who you see positively. So this person isn't someone who's given you a load of ag and difficulty. I'm not saying the relationship won't have been difficult, because it looks like it probably has, or if you haven't met them yet, it is possible that energetically you've had some difficulty with this person. It depends. You know, because you could click on this and you're single and you have no idea who your soulmate is, or you may have, you may even be in a relationship and wondering if this is your person, you know, your long-term person. But the point is that this person is someone who you feel that it will help you, is someone you can rely on, someone decent, someone who's there for you, someone you care about, someone who's on your side, etc, etc, etc. So this is someone who you feel safe with, you know, there's a benevolent energy around this person. That said, this person, these are their qualities and traits. So I feel like this person, as a general energy, this person is probably going through something, or when you meet them, they will be coming out of something, because something definitely has happened to them. They are cautious. Now, this can be just a quality in them as well. 4 of coins, 7 of swords, and 5 of cups all have a kind of guarded energy in different ways, but it's someone who is cautious. It's someone who is perhaps a little suspicious, maybe even a little cynical, someone who has been hurt in the past, someone who has their guard up a little. So that's the general energy, is someone who is cautious. And slightly suspicious by nature, I would feel. They've probably been through some stuff as well. The other point here, they just wanted me to say before I go on more about their character traits, if you're wondering where they are, they may be going through some sort of breakup or some sort of difficulty, or some, you know, if you're not together yet, if you don't know who they are, because this does indicate that they've gone through something painful. So it might be that they are going through something painful. So 4 of coins, this person, they're saying this person may be careful with money, let's put it that way, because this is, let's take it, they're saying take it like it is on the card, you know, take it, the visual. This is someone who is holding on to their money. They don't want to invest too much. They want to keep what they have. So this is someone who's kind of sensible, cautious with money. That's neither good nor bad. I'm just saying this is as it is. And this is a person who's unlikely to take a lot of financial risks. Okay. We've got someone here, 7 of swords. This is someone who is a very sharp person, a quick thinker. I don't mean sharp as in mean, as in quick thinking. Someone who can really outsmart people, you know, the clever person, someone who's good with their mind. But at the same time, the flip side of that is because they're very analytical and they've got a very strong processor that is their brain, you know, they could be quite suspicious and quite cautious because they think things through and they think all the worst case scenarios, you know. So they could be slightly suspicious, maybe a little bit they have a tendency, maybe sometimes, Seven of Swords people, to have the potential to be cunning as well. I don't see that this person is a mean person, as in a cruel person, but I do think that they will probably win in arguments, and they can use their mind to get the best in a situation, you know. The Three of Wands says that there will be that your soulmate is unlikely at the time you're watching this reading, is unlikely to be fully manifested in your life, because the Three of Wands is about an opportunity, but it not being kind of fully there yet. You're literally waiting for the ship to come in. So I think that your soulmate is unlikely to be, it's not for certain that this is the case, not for every single person watching, but it's unlikely that this person has fully manifested. So you might be together, but it's not really moved into commitment, or, you know, you're single and you're thinking, well, why is there no one in my life at the minute? We're waiting for the ship to come in on this, okay? There is a potential with the Five of Cups. This person has been through some sort of bad heartbreak or some sort of loss. They may have lost a parent, you know, when they're young. It doesn't have to be romantic loss. There's some sort of loss that they still have some grief for. For some people, not all of them, I feel like this person's quite a grounded person. For a few of you, this person is dramatic. That's what this is about. But it's unlikely. This is quite a grounded person, quite a steady person, I feel like. They're quick thinking, but they're not a flighty person, I don't feel. Okay, and so for a few of you it is that they are emotional, that they're dramatic, but I think on the whole it's that they've had some sort of significant loss which they are still not entirely recovered from. It is possible for some of them that they will never be properly recovered from it, you know, if it was the loss of a parent when they were very young or something like that, you know. But the point is that this is a factor in their character. So I hope this gives you a bit of a picture of your soulmate. So much love to you guys. I'll see you on tomorrow's reading, or a private reading. In the meantime, where's my deck of cards? I have no idea. Oh, there. Hi, number twos. Okay, so who is your soulmate? You're being helped. Knight of Swords. Seven of Coins. Nine of Coins. Oh, King of Swords. Okay, so your soulmate, we've got you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. For the majority of you watching this, you either are single or you have someone in mind, or you maybe don't. I don't know. But it's very likely with this you're being helped being the main oracle, the oracle message, that your person is still here. So this is your person. The Knight of Swords, this is someone who has definitely either wants to come towards you or has been in your life. This is someone passionate, full of ideas, very good with words, quick thinking, charming. You know, you feel like maybe you've been maybe you've been caught out by this guy, and that you, or this girl, in that you thought that they were the one. You thought that, or you know, when you meet them you'll think that they're the one, and that they give all the chat, and you know, you think, oh, this is looking good, but this person is erratic and fly by night. They don't stick around. So they go off because they're trying to find themselves. They're trying to get their mind together. They're trying to sort themselves out. They're pursuing all their different ideas. So this person either has already been in your life or will probably come into your life. You might not have a relationship with them. You just might know them. And that they seem kind of flighty. They're probably off doing all their different things. They're kind of an erratic person. But this is your soulmate, or your, you know, yeah, let's just say this is your soulmate. I'm not saying that you only have one. I just want to add that in, okay? I'm not saying that it's only one soulmate. But this is just the one that we're talking about now. I would say the guys are saying, yes, it's very much likely the one that's most likely to come towards you next, you know? You're being helped because this person will not have presented as someone you could have a long-term relationship with, or they won't present that way to start with. But then we've got the Seven of Coins. This is someone contemplating. This is someone who's got a certain way down the road, but then they're ruminating, considering, questioning, wondering about how to move forwards, where to go next. Are they going to go back? Are they going to go forwards? This person is kind of stopped and contemplating. And this is what's going to happen to your person because you're being helped. It could well be, because you've got 2 coins cards in the middle here, that practical situations catch up with this person. And they're, catch up with this person. So they're kind of here, there and everywhere. But then they think, then something happens and then they have to think about their actions. Or, because they don't necessarily do anything wrong. They're just not in a commitment state. They don't have to be dishonest. It's not necessarily dishonest. It's just someone who's not like in a settling position, or not someone who's able to offer something long term. But then they maybe start thinking about the future and thinking about the coins, thinking about the practicalities of life. And then we're moving towards comfort. The 9 of Coins, comfort, stability, abundance. You know, and this really, with this energy comes a sort of sense of, it does feel kind of mature. It's getting to that completion stage with the 9s of wanting to move to the next level. So this person will seem like you will have all the connection with this person, or you had all the connection with this person if you've already had them in your life, but they're not, or they weren't ready to make that commitment or be there. But through a series of situations where the universe has been helping behind the scenes, this person eventually becomes the King of Swords. So this is always, the King of Swords is always going to be someone who's in his, you know, in his head. He's very quick thinking, he's very logical, he's very analytical. He may always be involved in his business and his projects. He may always be a little detached, a little cooler. He's probably not going to be overtly emotional and romantic. But this is someone who is stable, someone who wants to offer something, someone who offers you that maturity and that balance and that commitment, and very likely to be a very good business person as well in whatever career they're in, because we've got a lot of abundance here with the 9 of Coins as well. So I think that it is possible that your person actually just needed to go and like conquer the world and find their job, find their niche, find their thing, and that when they do, and they get the abundance, then they can come towards you as this King of Swords. So it is definitely someone who is a logical, practical person, but the universe is helping this person, who you will meet initially as a Knight of Swords, to mature to someone who can actually give you the commitment you want. Hope that makes sense. So much love, number 2s. I will see you on tomorrow's reading, or a private reading in the meantime. Hi, number 3s. Hope you're great. So, who is your soulmate? So we've got soulmate relationship. 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, the Fool, and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of wand energy here. So your soulmate, well, they're saying soulmate relationship, new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. Okay, so if it's a lot of you have chosen number 3, you already are in this relationship, or you already know this person. Not every single one of you, but the majority. You already know this person. You don't necessarily have to be in a relationship with them, but you have some sort of knowledge, connection, or whatever. Okay? So this person, as a character, in terms of what they're like. Alright, so we've got the 5 of Swords. This is someone who I feel like this is someone who is potentially quite egoic. They're quite attached to things, their thoughts. There's someone who is stubborn, maybe a bit difficult, like things their own way. They could be a bit argumentative. This is intuitive, by the way, just in case anyone gets upset about my interpretation of the Five of Swords. Although it is, as anyone who reads tarot themselves, the Five of Swords is an interesting card because it has many different interpretations depending on the circumstances. But yeah, I feel this is someone who doesn't let things go. They're kind of, they could be quite pushy. You know, I always see like a sales type person. You know, someone who's pushy, someone who's a bit difficult, someone who's a little bit high maintenance, to be honest. Okay? But they're clever as well. You know, not nasty. I don't mean it in a mean way when I say that they're quite pushy. They're just kind of, you know, they don't like back down on things, you know. They're quite full on. We've got the Eight of Wands as well. This is someone, this double wands energy. This is someone who's quite career focused. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in sales or something. They're very passionate about their work. They're very focused on their work. They like to see progress. They like to see things moving forwards. I think with this Five of Swords, they often get in their own way with their own difficult energy, their own stubbornness or their own awkwardness. I don't mean awkward as in shy. I mean as in bolshiness. But they do like to see movement forwards. They keep things moving. They're quite an active person. They, you know, they maybe like sport, which I don't know where that came from, but thanks, guys. You know, they're quite an active person. They're quite an energetic person. The Eight of Wands is about movement. They like to move around. They may be a bit overly energetic. The Fool energy here, I feel this is someone who is perhaps at times quite immature, has a childlike or childish quality. I think with the stubbornness and everything, they can sometimes be quite childish, but they don't have to be childish. They could be childlike. So they have like youthful energy and spirit. They certainly got a lot of energy, you know. And this is someone who likes to win. Again, I feel like this could be easily be someone who is in a salesy type job. Also, this character is someone returning from a battle, so it can be someone who works in like law enforcement or is a soldier or in one of the armed forces or something like that. But this is someone who likes to win, who likes to who likes to, you know, it goes with this Five of Swords energy because it's someone who's quite egoic, as in they like people to know that they are successful. They like people to know that they've done well. They may even be a slight show-off. This is someone who's got quite a lot of pride, which also goes with this Five of Swords, someone who doesn't like to back down. They're definitely a charismatic person, you know, and they're very charming. I don't mean charming as in a schmoozer or a womanizer, or if it's a woman, you know, whatever the equivalent is. I don't know. You know, I don't necessarily mean it like that. They're just, but they are quite a ball of energy and very charismatic and very, very passionate about what they're passionate about, which sounds like an empty statement, but it's not. They may be passionate about their job. They may be passionate about their hobbies, you know, but they are kind of a passionate person. And I think you already know them, even if you're not in a relationship with them yet. Thank you so much, number 3s. See you on tomorrow's reading or private reading in the meantime. Hi, number 4. So who is your soulmate? Right. So your soulmate is the Knight of Cups reversed, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Okay. The Page of the Knight of Cups reversed is, it can mean quite a few different things. Because this is your soulmate, this can be a real heartbreaker. This can be someone who's, you know, a false lover, a heartbreaker, you know, not the real deal. But obviously they're saying that this is the real deal. However, I think it is possible this person has already broken your heart. I say this with caution because I am always slightly concerned with readings on YouTube, because I think sometimes they support and encourage relationships that really are quite damaging. I think some people, I'm concerned that my readings may extend or encourage relationships that are destructive, painful, and could be hurting people. You know, people could be maintaining relationships that are really bad for them and that are hurting them. Energy vampires, narcissists, etc. However, you know, we're all adults here, you know, and so, you know, you do need to kind of, I do realise that it's everybody's free choice and what they do. But the point here is that the reason I said all that is because I think some of you, I don't want you to think, if you're in a destructive relationship, that I'm saying, oh, don't worry, if they're really abusive, they're meant for you. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, you know, you have a bad argument because they didn't put the bin out. It all gets out of hand and you break up and you're heartbroken. I mean that type of heartbreak. I do not mean, you know, they did something really terrible to me over and over and over again and you should stick with it. Sorry for those of you who didn't really need that message, but I just feel like I need to say it because, you know, I don't want to encourage anyone to continue to hurt themselves in a painful situation with someone. But that said, the Knight of Cups in reverse does suggest that you have already been with this person and you have broken up with them, or that they went away. It maybe never even got off the ground. Maybe you had some sort of communication with them. Maybe they were a friend, maybe they were a colleague, maybe they were someone you knew, maybe there was someone that you kind of lived in the same area as, or you kind of knew them as an acquaintance, but it never got off the ground. The Knight of Wands suggests that this maybe could be someone, and it could be many things. It could be someone you slept with, but it was just a one-night stand. It could be someone that you knew through work or something, and then they went off and, you know, went off travel, doing their, maybe were promoted or went to a different office. You know, this is someone it could be someone who's very focused on their career goals and furthering their career. And that might have been why they went. So it could be that you were heartbroken because they went and you weren't actually in a relationship. It might be that you were in a relationship, you broke up. There could be many things. It could be that you had a short, you know, relationship with, and then it didn't turn out. But the point is that this is someone that you have kind of had in your life before, and then they went away. But then we've got the Page of Cups after that. So this is someone who, I feel like this person was kind of maybe young, could have been someone in their 20s, I would have said, but quite, you know, so quite young. It doesn't have to be, it could be someone older that's just got a youthful energy, but it was someone who felt like they could go off and conquer the world, and, you know, was just kind of not really necessarily very responsible, or kind of focused on themselves, and was kind of here, there and everywhere and just out there doing their own thing. Some things happened with this person where I don't know what it is, but the point is your soulmate has kind of has been brought down a peg or two, or has had an experience that has shaken them, because now they were like this, but now they're presenting as the Page of Cups. This is someone young, vulnerable, a less certain version of this. It's someone who's kind of like, oh, hang on, this is